What are you, bruv? Judge yourself. Are you improving daily? Are you getting better? Are you doing the processes? Then don't become unmotivated. If you're taking the steps to improve, wallahi, it's only a matter of time before the byproduct comes. No argument, no conversation, no nothing. Nothing at all is worth the anger of my parents. Nothing. Every time you go through a situation, right, stop thinking about all these things of who's going to think what, what's going to happen, or how would I be viewed, and so all these things are fluff. It's like, bro, who do you think you are? Look where you came from. Don't forget where you came from. And now you've grown up, yani, we fed you little milk, yani, you drank your mother's breast milk, you ate a bit of food, and now all of a sudden you know everything. That's how it feels when we're not communicating effectively with our parents. Do we know more things than them in certain elements? Yes. Do they have backwards understanding in certain elements? But in Yoruba we have a saying, work together, when you bring the older person's mind and the younger person's mind, great things happen. Does that make sense? So that's why we need to consult them. Even if you've made a decision, make them feel like it's their decision. Just give them izzah. What's your problem? You dealt with your ass for 20 years on your annoying self when you're crying, which was smelly nappy. Just give them a small bit of izzah. You can't spend 5-10 minutes lotioning them, making them feel like they're so important. It's difficult for you in comparison to everything they've done. Right? You can't stop your work. One of the daily things I have to do is call both of my parents now every day. What, you can't spare I'm busy, I'll call them. You can't spare 5 minutes in a day for your parents. 5 minutes. Let's be honest, the phone call with our parents, majority of the time, how are you? Is everything okay? Yeah, everything's okay, mom. May Allah bless you. May Allah bless you too. Okay, take care of yourself. Okay, say hi. You've made the day. Come home every now and then, €3 box of Maltesers. Do you get what I'm saying? It's so easy. And wallahi, ikhwa, the barakah of both, not one. Because one parent was happy with me most of my life, but not my father. I was destroying me and his relation. But when you see the barakah of both of your parents being happy with you, Allahu Akbar. This is why now I don't allow my parents to be angry with me for more than 5 minutes before I put my head down and I apologize, I kiss their hand, I say samahni wallah. It's not worth it. No argument, no conversation, no nothing. Nothing at all is worth the anger of my parents. Nothing. If I have to look like, even if I'm right, wallah, even if I'm right with every bone in my body, he's my father. I have to come down with respect. Does that make sense? Even if you're right, so what? Don't forget where you came from, G. You know, subhanAllah, I forgot, it was, I believe one of the Salaf, he said a beautiful statement. He says, how can the son of Adam be arrogant when he passed through the what? He passed through the same area of urine where urine comes out of twice. SubhanAllah. What are you, bruv? Are you realizing, yeah, that your parents saw you like this? Like you used to be just a cell, just like a white piece of like, yeah. That's how you started off. That's how your parent first met you, yeah? And then you went to your mom's stomach, you know, things happened, and then you came out like this size, you're a flipping alien head, and now all of a sudden you think you're someone special. Humble yourself bro, in front of your parents. Does that make sense? And one day, wallahi al-alim, just like I feel like you're gonna have a child, or you're gonna have nieces, nephews, you start to understand the importance of like them just shutting up and listening. Because bro, like what are you, bro? I've been living here how long, and you just came here and now you think you know something. Yeah, do you guys understand? So that's that problem anyway. That's that problem solved. Just speak to them in a cute fashion. My point is, nothing you're going through is as bad as you think it is. Just break it down, write it down, think to yourself, what is the solution? Like, what can I do to just ease the situation? Right? It's perception. It's perception. Work on your perception in life. Are you guys with me, Echo? Because my plane's going to start boarding in a minute. I need to make sure we're all together. The first thing you need to do is like, as soon as the negative thoughts come, stop, hold your tongue. You know, I had to stop myself so many times for saying like, oh, it's raining. I had to bite my tongue. What's your problem? Do you know who controls weather? Don't talk loosely. Does that make sense? Oh, why is it raining today? Who sent the rain? So who are you questioning? It's in the small things, wallahi, be careful. And in other areas of the world, wallahi, they're raising their hands and they're begging Allah to send rainfall. Does that make sense? So we need to be careful. Shift your mind. If you allow something small like the weather to bother you, Allah musta'an, when real problems come, how are you going to deal with real problem? If you allow who asked you not to get a car? Shut up. Okay, go get a raincoat and a hat. Deal with it. The rain is the rain, right? If we are crying over the small things, Allah musta'an, the day the big things come. So you need to start to bite your tongue. Even if food is dead, you know, outside, just shut up. If you don't like it, just move it to the left. But when you start to get in the perception of how bad everything is, it stacks. So you had a meal this morning that was bad. Then the weather was raining as well. Then someone said something you didn't like. When that stacks, how are you supposed to think in a positive mind frame? Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? This is why this is so dangerous. It's been a long day today, man. But it's been a blessed one. Alhamdulillah. By the way, that's another way you can shift the mind very easily. As soon as you find your tongue saying something, say but, and then put a good thing on top. It's especially done on the tongue. I'm telling you, because it's normal. As my dad taught me, everything before the but is BS. So you've cancelled it out. It's like, oh, people are so annoying. But wallahi, this brother he's so kind. just remember, everything is perspective. Nothing is as bad as you think it is. It's just bad through the lens you're looking at it. When you actually forget what things like who's going to think what, or what's society, who gives a toss? As long as you're improving every day. Let me help you guys with this. This is going to be super key, by the way. I really want you guys to listen to this one. Hamid is packing up, which means I need to go, yeah? But this one is going to be super key. I'm not going anywhere. If I have to miss the flight, Habibi, before I give them this, I'm going to miss the flight, yeah? Yes. So, this one is super key. Every time you go through a situation, right, stop thinking about all these things of who's going to think what, what's going to happen, or how would I be viewed, and so all these things are fluff. All I want you to think of at the end of the day is what? It doesn't matter how society perceives you. Only the perception of two people matter, really and truly. Your perception of how Allah views you, how Allah perceives you, and how you perceive yourself. These two matter the most. Now, I'm not saying other things don't matter at all, but these are the main two. Meaning, if you, these things, like how much money is in your account, how much money you make, I keep telling you guys, these are lag effects. Meaning, you can be working for 365 days and you're improving, but you haven't necessarily made more money. That's a lag effect that comes later, right? Because you know if you're doing the things you're meant to do. Does that make sense? It's a lag effect. Do you guys know what a lag indicator is? A lag indicator, for example, is how much my company makes at the end of a quarter. That's like after every day. Like that's a lag effect. Meaning, because I don't make money today or don't make money tomorrow, doesn't mean we didn't improve. Doesn't mean things didn't get better within the company. Maybe they did, but it's just going to take the second quarter for them changes and effects to show. A lot of the times it's like this in your life as well. It's not that you're not improving. So don't, because a lot of us become unmotivated because we're not seeing the desired outcome. No, judge yourself. Are you improving daily? Are you getting better? Are you doing the processes? Are you taking each step? Then don't become unmotivated. If you're taking the steps to improve, wallahi, it's only a matter of time before the byproduct comes. It's only a matter of time before the outcome, inshallah, that you desire comes. It's only a matter of time. And that's the mind frame you need to get in. It's only a matter of time before the desired outcome comes. Does that make sense? So to everyone who's thinking right now, and I want you to think like, bro, I'm taking the steps every day, but I'm not seeing the effects maybe in my company. I'm not seeing the effects in business. I'm not seeing the effects in the gym. Are you taking the steps? If you're improving, and if you can tell you're improving day to day in yourself, judging yourself, are you putting in more work? Are you doing more focus? Is everything happening? That is a byproduct. That's what we call the lag indicators. Eventually it's going to come in. It just hasn't come in yet. Does that make sense? So don't fall discouraged when you're not getting the results you want. It's on the way. For tariq. You understand? It's like a delivery. You place order, you work through it, you let them work through it, but it has to come. It's on the way, man. Just see it. If I'm taking the steps, it's on the way. We're not in a rush. It's on the way. And the later it comes, one thing I've realized is the better it comes. Honestly, you guys know I made it young, yeah? Yeah, that resulted in me having a phase where I got absolutely banned and destroyed, by the way. No one ever tells you the sides, yeah? The side story. Me making it young came with so many issues. So, like, the same way my rise to success was quick, my fall to failure was even quicker. And that's the truth, right? The point is now, alhamdulillah, certain people at that fall, they choose to stop. And they feel depressed, like, I can't go anymore. No. Alhamdulillah, Allah gave me the guidance to what to continue. And that's when I was able to bam. Alhamdulillah. Does that make sense? Now the second time, it came slower. It's lost processes, not outcomes. Does that make sense? Processes, not outcomes. If you focus on the outcome, you destroy your relationship with Allah as well. Because sometimes you're making ibadah, and you're not seeing anything in your life. You're making dua for something, you're not seeing anything in your life. So what? Now you're going to stop making dua because you didn't get your desired outcome. La wallah, ya akhwa. You just keep focusing on the process. You know eventually, your Rabb will grant you the outcome. Right? Even if it takes a year, if it takes 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. And that's why people have damaged their relationship so much with Allah, because they're just focused on the outcome. I made dua, why didn't I get it? Why do you think it's instant? Keep doing it. Keep with the process. Keep waking up for tahajjud. Keep putting in the grind. Keep the morning routine. Eventually it's going to pay off. Eventually. Not today. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe not the day after tomorrow. But eventually it's going to pay off. That is what discipline is. Being able to continue without seeing the result. You still are able to continue without seeing the result. I know too many people who gave up too early. And perhaps, I always tell myself, Ya Habibi, could just be around the corner. Maybe it's tomorrow's dua will be the one that's accepted. So how that? Do you know? كيف أنت تعرف? You don't know. Maybe that $1 million is tomorrow. It's coming tomorrow. We don't know. It could be 3 days from now. It could be 4 days. The 4th day is where it's going to... How you know if you quit? You don't know, man. So what? I just keep working like it's gonna come tomorrow. I'm being ready for when it does. I'm preparing myself for when it does. Focus on improving yourself. Focus on working on yourself. And I promise you, money is a byproduct, man. It might take you later than these 10K per month in 90 days, but I'm telling you, and it's the reason I keep repeating the statement, in 10 years, we're gonna see who is really about it. Yeah, in 10 years, we're gonna see who is really about it or who is just on the quick money bus. In 10 years, yeah, we're gonna see who is really, really about it.